Hey, what's up, boxing fans? Miguel Maravilla here with you, bringing you another fight preview. This fight preview for the major card, a day of reckoning. We have six heavyweight fights, one cruiserweight world title fight, one light heavyweight world title fight. You got all the promoters getting together, the major promoters. You got Top Rank, Matchroom, Sauerland, Dimitri Salita, Frank Warren making this possible. What a way to spend the holiday weekend. Day of reckoning. You have this major card, and what else can we say? Just some exciting matchups. Take a look. A day of reckoning taking place Saturday, December 23rd, in the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Undefeated Croatian heavyweight Filip Hrgović, with a record of 16-0, 13 knockouts, takes on Australia's Mark De Moraes, with a record of 41-2, 2 draws, 36 knockouts. His last defeat was to David Haye in 2016. Since then, he's won 11 straight, and he won a unanimous decision in his last fight over Michael Sagarsky. As for Hrgović, he is coming off 2 big wins, a unanimous decision over Zilin Zhang last year, and then he also stopped Dempsey McKeon in his last fight this past summer, handing both fighters their first defeat. I'm going to go with Hrgović in this fight. Overall, he is, brings in the better pedigree. He more skilled fighter. I feel that De Moraes, he's a very powerful fighter. There's the opposition coming into this fight. Really, it's Hrgovic's fight to win, and I see him winning this fight in 5 to 7 rounds in a very impressive fashion. Undefeated heavyweight Frank Sanchez takes on Junior Fa of New Zealand. Fa with a record of 20-2, 11 knockouts. His 2 defeats came at the hands of Joseph Parker and Lucas Brown. And he is coming off a first-round knockout over Tusi Asado. That fight taking place over a year ago. Sanchez with a record of 23-0, 16 knockouts. His biggest win came in 2021 as he won a unanimous decision over Efe Ajagba. Since then, he has won 4 straight as he stopped Scott Alexander in 4 rounds, that in his last fight. Now he looks to get another win against Fa. I'm picking Sanchez to pretty much outclass Fa in this fight. It's on paper, you're looking at it. I just don't see Fa winning this fight. I see Sanchez with a clear victory. I see him stopping Fa very early on. And again, he just continues to pile up the wins, and he is seeking for that big fight in the heavyweight division. So that is coming perhaps next year, as he'll have a solid opponent, someone with a pretty impressive resume for his next fight. Undefeated heavyweights Arslanbek Makhmudov and Ajit Kabayel square off. For Kabayel, he defeated Derek Chisora back in 2017. And he has won 6 straight since. And he stopped Agron Smalay in his last fight, as he now gets ready to take on Russia's Makhmudov with a record of 18-0, 17 knockouts. His name on the unanimous. And scored a first round knockout over Junior Wright in his last fight, that taking place 1 month ago, as the undefeated heavyweights square off. And this is an even fight on paper between these two heavyweights, between Makhmudov and Kabayel. Both are undefeated. Both are in a big stage. Both want this big win. However, this fight, I think I'm going to, it's a close fight, but I think I'm going to go with Makhmudov in this one. Overall, he just, on paper and on the resume, he's the better fighter. He comes from that Russian school of boxing, very good pedigree. But I see him winning this fight. I don't know how. It could be, either or. I just see him winning this fight. IBF Cruiserweight champion Jai Opetaia defends his title against London's Alice Zorro. Zorro with a record of 17-0, 7 knockouts. He won a unanimous decision over Luca Ortenzi. That fight taking place in October of this year. Now he gets his shot at the title as Opetaia, 23-0, 18 knockouts. He won the IBF title over Maurice Brady, that taking place last year. And in his first defense of the title, he stopped Jordan Thompson in 4. That in his last fight, as he gets set to defend his title. Yeah, 2 undefeated cruiserweights going at it. Opetaia defending his title, and then Zorro looking to become the champion. In this fight, I see Opetaia winning this fight. I really like his momentum, how he's coming off that win, and he has become champ, so he's fighting more confidently as a champ. So again, I'm gonna take Opetaia to win this fight. WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol squares off against Lyndon Arthur of Manchester with a record of 23-1, 16 knockouts. He won a split decision over Anthony Yarde, that taking place in 2020, but he also suffered his first and only defeat to Yarde, a 4th round knockout. Since then, he's won 4 straight, and he won a 10-round knockout over Brian Suarez, that in his last fight, as that fight saw him hit the canvas, but he bounced back to knock out Suarez. As now he gets set to take on Bivol. Bivol with a record of 21-0, 11 knockouts of Russia. He is coming off 2 big wins over Mexico's finest, a unanimous decision win over Saul Canelo Alvarez, and a domination of Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez in his last fight, that taking place over a year ago. Now he gets ready to defend his title. Back in the ring for the first time in over a year, I see Bivol winning this fight. Again, he's fighting extremely confident in a fight in which Arthur comes into this fight, big opportunity for him. However, I just don't see him with the qualities, with the skills to beat a very sharp, a very confident Dimitri Bivol, as this could possibly lead to a unification with Arthur Beterbiev. Let's hope. For Jarrell Big Baby Miller and Daniel Dubois, this fight is both are on the road back to redemption. For Miller, the record of 26-0, 1 draw. He tested positive twice for performance enhancers, and basically saw the fight against Anthony Joshua slip away. And then the pandemic hit, but since then he has 3 wins, and he scored a 6-round TKO over Lucas Brown earlier this year. Now he gets the opportunity on a big stage, taking on the former world title challenger Dubois, as he is coming off a controversial 9th-round knockout to Usyk, as Dubois appeared to knock down Usyk, but that was ruled a low blow. And then later on, that's when Usyk was able to overcome and defeat Dubois. So this has a lot of heavyweight implications. This is a perfect opportunity for Dubois to come back and pretty much, redeem himself after that last fight, and which he was, defeated by Usyk. However, Miller again, he's looking to he's on a huge road back to redemption. You got the PEDs, and then of course he's gone on a win streak since then, since his suspension, since the pandemic, whatever. And now this is a big opportunity, another big stage for him. This is a even matchup on paper, but I'm gonna go with Miller in this one. I feel that again he's looking to bounce back. He's looking to prove himself, and again, what better stage? Day of Reckoning. You got a lot of heavyweights fighting, so perhaps he'll call out one of the heavyweights in this card. So we shall see. The former world champions Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker collide, as Parker, the record of 33-3 in New Zealand. He, the former WBO champion, he has a win over Andy Ruiz Jr., and he relinquished his WBO title to Anthony Joshua. His only defeats to Joshua, Dylan White, and Joe Joyce. Parker is coming off a 3rd-round knockout over Simon Keane. Wilder, the former WBC champion, with a record of 43-2, 1 draw from 2 knockouts. He had that rivalry with Fury, and he has bounced back with a 1st-round knockout over Robert Helenius, that taking place last year, as he makes his return to the ring. Although I would have liked to see this fight take place, a while back. However, I just feel Wilder is catching Parker at a good moment. Wilder himself is on his quest to a redemption once again, to a major fight. I don't think Parker will withstand the power of Wilder. I think whatever attempts he makes to try to box, and I just don't see that happening. I just see him playing into Wilder's game plan, which is just a straight up fight. And I see Wilder winning this fight, perhaps in the later rounds, perhaps maybe in the 8th to 10th round. So again, look for Wilder to more than likely call out who knows, maybe Miller, but this is all roads are heading to a potential showdown with Anthony Joshua. Former world champion Anthony Joshua takes on Otto Wallin in the main event, as Wallin, with a record of 26-1, 14 knockouts from Sweden. His only defeat came at the hands of Tyson Fury, as he dropped a decision in a fight in which he cut Fury, gave him a solid fight, earned the respect. Since then, he has piled up 6 straight wins, and he won a split decision over Murat Gassiev, his last fight. Now, He gets ready to take on former world champion Joshua with a record of 26-3, 23 knockouts. He, of course, was stopped by Ruiz, and then he redeemed himself with the decision and lost the titles to Alexander Usyk, and was also defeated in the rematch as he's on the road back to redemption and win back the crown. He bounced back with a unanimous decision over Jermaine Franklin, and in his last fight, he scored a seventh round knockout over late replacement Robert Helenius. All I have to say is Anthony Joshua better come ready, better come again, he better take Wallen serious. Uh Wallen's no pushover as he showed against Fury. However, I see Joshua winning this fight. I see him winning a decision in this one. It's going to take a lot for Joshua to pull this one off. I don't see this being an easy fight for him. And who knows? Maybe Wallen is the spoiler, and the ruins everything for the boxing fans. And there goes our opportunity to see Wilder against Joshua. But anyhow, I expect Joshua to win this fight.